All the disrespect, the free play, better button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check fam? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day, a full week of checking these buttons. Thank you guys for tuning in one more time. Chapters down below, sub button right there. You already know the drill. Let me give you 2 seconds to subscribe. 1, 2, thank you for subscribing. Anyway, we got 2 videos today. It's the last day of the month, so we're gonna end it on a bang. We got this one right here, and then we got one I'm already working on that's gonna be posted around 10 p.m. tonight, Central Standard Time. So anyway, we're about to check these crazy ass buttons that literally just popped off. The community is reacting, they feel it some type of way. Let's get it, let's go. All right, now into the first set of that Guilty Gear community that is under fire. Shocked this morning with a lot of different reactions, buttons that need to be checked. So something's going on, y'all. Arc System Works, I believe it was like Arc System Works Esports official page on X made a statement just this morning banning like 4 different players. And one of them is including like the best player, I guess, when it comes to Guilty Gear, or at least one of the best players. We're gonna unpack it because there's a lot of allegations being thrown around by the community. Some people really feel in some type of way that either this was too much or, from what I'm reading, too little. They're like, this is way too little. It's a step in the right direction, but what the fuck are you guys talking about? It'll make sense in a minute. All right, so they posted this right here. Arc World Tour 2025-2026, you see right here. Notice regarding Arc World Tour 2025 to 2026. Arc System Works has confirmed that several players participating in the Arc World Tour from 2025 to 2026 for Guilty Gear Strive have engaged in the following conduct. Okay, this is where it gets deeper. Conduct detrimental to the Arc System Works esports brand, distributing the operation of the AWT qualifier tournament, or of inflammatory or misleading information causing disruptions within the community. And that's it. Those are the 3. Once again, conduct detrimental to the Arc System Works esports brand. Okay, conduct, you could take that a few different ways. Somebody did something. The behavior did something. So they're like, yo, that's detrimental to what we represent. They're just not saying what. Usually when you see a band like from Capcom or something like that, they'll say such and such did this. Actually take that back, because sometimes they'll be like, they're banned. You know what I'm saying? They won't even give a reason, but the community will know exactly what the hell they did. So I guess it just depends on the team, you know, that's actually behind this. It's very vague though. Anyway, continuing on, saying, distributing the operation of AWT qualifier tournament. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Distributing the operation? Were they making videos and passing it around? Were they selling the damn tournaments out the back of their trunk? What does distributing? I'm sure it's going right over my head. If y'all know in the comments, please let me know. And dissemination, oh, I'm sorry, that ain't even a fucking word. Dissemination of inflammatory or misleading information causing disruptions within the community. Once again, very vague. I don't know what the fuck that means. Anyway, we have determined that these actions, regardless of the direct involvement or intent, have resulted in harm to Arc System Works and the Arc World Tour, its affiliate tournament organizers, and fellow participants. According to the following, disciplinary actions will be imposed on all players concerned, effective from the initial occurrence of the incidents that promoted our investigation. A 3-month suspension from all Arc World Tour 2025-2026 qualifier tournament group and any tournament hosted by Arc System Works. Here's the affected players. Check this out right here. Let me see if I can zoom on in this for you guys. So here we go. We got Bunny, Ready Not, is that their name? Tiger Pop, and Uma Show. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they win CEO? Like, I know that's one of their top players, you know, and there's a whole fucking story behind that. Anyway, let's continue. We expect this measure to serve as detriment against confronting tournament organizers or escalating disputes publicly. Players instead should report to the appropriate channels. The suspension currently applies to the following tournaments: Head Stomper, Battle Arena, CEO, is that his son? Ragnarok, The Mix-Up, Only the Best, Boston Blue, Evo, shit, that's a huge one, Crossover, and BS Fighting. For any of the aforementioned tournaments that have already been concluded, the results will be invalidated if the player in question has earned points. Damn. The affected player's Arc World Tour qualification status and tour points prior to the suspension will not be revoked at this time. Arc System Works will further review the matter and will revisit each player's suspension at the status at the end of the 3-month period. Okay, so there possibly could be more because they said they're going to revisit it. So right now, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like they're at least starting with the 3-month. More than likely, if I'm guessing, it's probably just going to be the 3-month and they're going to call it a day. But maybe they're saying, because of our further investigation, if something else happens to pop up, if something more pops up than we've already found in these 3 months, then we'll add to the shit. I just think it's very like, okay, those three rules, those three things that they were saying that they did, they're super vague to me. You know, at least 2 of them are. One of them, like, okay, obviously their conduct, they did something bad, which we see that all the fucking time, right? That's the number one reason why people get banned. Your conduct. You did something fucked up. Sexual harassment, threats, you know what I'm saying? Violence, fighting, cheating. You know, you did something that was against the code of conduct. But the other 2, distribution and dissemination. What was the other one? Dissemination of inflammatory and misleading information causing disruption in the community. What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody obviously was lying. Some spreading some falsehoods around, starting some shit. It was causing disruption in the community. I just don't know to what extent, because I haven't been following the Strive community that closely when it comes to behind the scenes. But apparently, the Strive community is very vocal on these bans. Because if you look at these comments, let's put some of them on the screen right now. At least something happened to Umasho, but Umasho should be perma-banned. 1,000,000,000,000%. You get what that is. About time, only 3 months is crazy though. Wait, why does not include combo breaker? And it continues on. So a lot of people are pretty much, look, only 3 months. You're getting the vibe here that a lot of people in the community saying whatever they did, namely Umasho, I see that damn name popping up a lot, saying they should be perma-banned. There is no way right here. The fact that Tiger Pop and Bunny got caught in the crossfire while Umasho only got 3 months suspension means you clearly don't see what happens between the closed door, Arxis. Get a load of this guy. You see Ross Geller right there. Anyway, Umasho should be perma-banned. Players have been permanently banned from the FGC for much less. Honestly, it seems that in the FGC, it's not what you do, but who does it. Ooh, shit. It's not what you do, but who does it. Unfortunately, we've seen that argument before. That concern brought up, right? Like, damn, it seems like people play the favorites. And that could be said with anything, honestly, not just FGC. Any organization where there's competition and there's big names, we've seen people play the favorites. I think it's just a natural, unfortunate occurrence. No, not necessarily jumping the gun in this case, saying that's what's happening here. I'm just saying that's what the community seems to be saying right now. I don't know what the hell Umasho did. But there's a lot of accusations that I'm seeing in the thread. Some, you know, saying they did some false allegations, started a lot of shit, lying on people. Once again, I have no confirmation of this because we have also seen in the community where people will jump the gun and they'll say shit about a particular person that they've already determined in their mind they don't like, and they'll just stack up shit that doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? They'll actually just throw that person, oh, they did this, and this, and the person never did any of that shit. Or maybe they did this, but they didn't do the rest of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is I'm trying not to judge when I know absolutely nothing about this person. I know nothing about their past or anything like that. So I can't tell you if it's true or if it's not true. All I can tell you from reading the responses, and not only underneath that thread, but just period on social media when you type in that name, or what's going on right now, a lot of them, and I mean like 80%, are like 3 months is bullshit. It's not gonna really do anything. It's a step in the right direction, but for now, it's not gonna really do what needs to be done. So I find that really interesting. And then the last thing that they wrote right here, let me see if I could pull up. I found this interesting as well. We expect this measure to serve as a deterrent amongst confronting tournament organizers or escalating disputes publicly. Players should instead report the appropriate channels. Damn. We expect this should serve as a deterrent from confronting tournament organizers or escalating disputes publicly. We see that shit all the time in the FGC. I feel like players almost got comfortable airing their shit out, you know what I'm saying, on social media. But then again, if you take it from their point of view, a lot of them feel like they're not heard until they put it in public, because then the powers that be actually have to pay attention. In the beginning, they might be known to, you know, sweep it under the rug or just take it very lightly. But when you air some shit out, when you put it for the public and they all of a sudden catch some heat, then they have to respond. Then they have to be like, oh shit, this is serious. Let me do some investigation. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a natural thing that people do, not just FGC. But also in this case, they're like, we want this to be a deterrent because we don't want you to confront our TOs. We want you to report to the appropriate channels. And I think that's the logic, right? I think that's the way it should be. Obviously, perfect world. That's the way it should be. I don't know why I did a square when I said world. Anyway, what the hell I'm trying to say is, the earth is flat. Anyway, what the fuck I'm trying to say is perfect world, that's the way it should be, but we don't live in a perfect world. So I can completely understand why people feel the need sometimes to air the shit out on social media. Anyway, like I said, that's going on right now. They said they're going to revisit it. FGC is either outraged, confused, or think it's a step in the right direction. How y'all feeling? Let me know. Definitely is Butt Check family. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful day. It is Monday. It is the last day of the month. We fit to hit July, meaning it is the 4th of July on Friday. You off, I'm off. We're about to have a good damn time, drink some beer, light some fireworks, America. Anyway, what the hell I'm trying to say is thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate the massive love. I will see you tonight. I promise you this time, because I'm already working on the damn video for the second episode of Butt Check. So thank you guys as always. I don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.